We are on Belford Road in Webster County, Missouri. We're almost to the James River, and we're going to take a look at one of the coolest riverfront properties that you will see in the Ozarks. This is Tract 1 at James River Estates. We're actually getting close. We came out of the town of Marshfield. You can get here from Springfield taking Highway 60, or you can go up through Marshfield. We went up through Marshfield and then came down Highway A and went west on Belford Road. Now we're coming to the river, which means we're extremely close to the property. So we'll cross the bridge over the James River, and that's looking upriver. Water's a little low right now, but it is crystal clear. Beautiful. We'll cross over the bridge, and then the property will be on the right side of the road. There you can see the gate already, the entrance gate. It has quite a bit of frontage here on Belford Road, but this is the access right here through this gate. The guys told me they were out here earlier, and they mowed the grass, and they said that this drive was a little rough. So I'll see if I can get them to get that smoothed out a little bit. I'm in a pickup truck, and it was no big deal. I'll stop briefly right here and hop out. So obviously we just pulled off of Belford Road, and we're looking at the river. In this, the direction we're looking now, the property comes close to the water. It doesn't touch it. But as we go further into the property, we'll take a look at the actual river frontage. And it is just a gorgeous little site. So it's got the gate, which is nice. Purple paint indicates no trespassing. Pretty common in the Ozarks to use purple paint in lieu of signs. And I think what I'll do is we'll pull up to the high side of the property in the pickup truck, and then we'll come back to the actual river frontage. I don't have the maps with me, but I believe Tract 1 is 3.3 acres, maybe just a little better than 3.3. The river's off to the right. We'll go to the left and we'll go up the hill. There are a total of 8 tracks, riverfront tracks out here. Tract 1 is the closest to the bridge. So now we're up in what I would call the high and dry area. Looking down to where we just came from. These 8 tracts out here are pretty amazing properties to have this location, have actual frontage on the James River, as well as county road frontage, power, and telephone. Actually, there's the power line. Phone is at the road. So like I said earlier, the property does front Belford Road for a couple of 100 feet at least. But you can see where we are now, we're a little ways above the road. I would assume you could put in a separate approach up here if you wanted to, but the existing approach is the access right now to the property. This would be one potential building site. You're high and dry, you're completely out of the 100-year flood zone up here. As we go down into the water, once we go down this little hill, will be in the 100-year flood zone. We're in Webster County. You're not restricted from building in the flood zone, but if you're doing something substantial, your bank will doubtlessly require flood insurance, which can be spendy if you build in a flood zone. If you stay up here, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, well, actually, let's have a look at the view here. Beautiful area, peaceful area. Marshfield is a nice city. And of course, we're very close to Springfield as well, which is the fastest growing city around. Certainly in southern Missouri, the fastest growing. But we'll head down to the river. All 8 of these properties have nice river sites. I hesitate to ever say that one site is nicer than another, but man, the riverfront on this Tract 1 is just beautiful. Private, peaceful, nice big gravel bar. Let's go have a look. You can see these T-posts here, which would be this side of this boundary on Tract 1. The guys haven't strung the barbed wire between Tracts 1 and 2 yet. Okay, so now we'll drop down a little more, and in about 100 feet we'll be at the water. Now, if it's been wet at all, or raining, or if you're in a car, I don't know if you'd necessarily want to pull right out here onto the gravel bar. But in my truck, and I know it hasn't rained for a couple days, I knew we wouldn't have an issue. But there's the James River. And this is awesome. Another really special thing about these tracts out here, including Tract 1, is your frontage doesn't stop at the edge of the river or the center line of the river. It goes to the other side, and there is just a little bit of land on the other side. So you own both sides of a named river in the Ozarks. Very rare. That makes it extra private. You won't have someone camping directly across from your river frontage because you own both sides of the river. Now we're looking down the river. It looks like it's a foot or two deep in this spot, maybe deeper in areas. And that changes from year to year, depending on what the water does. It's crystal clear. I can see every little piece of gravel. I can see little fish and minnows everywhere. James River flows down to the west. We're in Webster County. It flows into Greene County and forms Lake Springfield. And then from there it flows basically south down into the lake, down by Branson. You'll find some nice fish in here. Good river for floating or kayaking or canoeing. You can actually put in right there at the bridge, and if you want a little mini float or a beginner's float for the kids, you can float right down to your property right here. 10-15 minutes, but a lot of fun. So hard to find usable riverfront like this. And it's almost unheard of to find a usable piece like this with good access, with power, with telephone, some nice open pasture, with the high and dry building site, and to have it in this area is just unreal. To be this close to Springfield, this close to Marshfield. We've been doing this, well, we've been doing this in this area here in the Ozarks, investing and selling land for about 15 years. And these 8 tracts are the very first piece we've ever found available on the James River. As you move to the west, when you get into Greene County, you've got heavy restrictions, which preclude subdividing the river properties, and that continues Stone County, Taney County as you go down that way. And if you go to the east, the river is not nearly this pretty. So you're in this sweet spot of acreage where you can actually build what you like. Believe it or not, there are no building permits. Now if you go 5 or 10 miles east of here, you'll have to get a permit for absolutely everything. But here in Webster County, you don't have to pull a permit to build your own home or your own cabin. Awesome investment potential. Something you can keep for years. You can bring your kids down here and enjoy it and camp out. You can camp right here on the gravel bar and make some memories. Pass it down to your kids, or in 15 or 20 years, you're going to have one heck of a valuable property. Just beautiful. Tract 1 is just gorgeous. I'm under a big sycamore tree in the shade. I'm just picturing having the kids out here splashing in that clear water. It sounds like salesmanship, but my daughter she just went into first grade. The fish just jumped out there. It seems like I just blinked and she was 6 years old. And I'm remembering the times we've spent at the rivers and lakes. And it just amazing. Perfect property for friends and family. Okay, I think I'm done rambling about Tract 1. So that's Tract 1, 3.3 acres. Direct frontage on the James River. Electricity, phone. It's fully surveyed, recently surveyed, so that's done. You know right where your boundaries are. Nice property.